guys. The Guardians have been, until last night, they had a good game, but they've been playing obviously terrible baseball. They've lost series after series after series, including over the weekend against the Padres where they lost. They've lost 2 out of 3 almost every series of late.
They had lost now 5 straight series.
Right. They began the action yesterday, 5 games under 500. They're now 4 games under 500 after winning yesterday. They're 4.5 games. My Cubs have done the Guardians a favor, beating the White Sox in walk-off fashion 2 nights in a row.
Yep.
So it's the one time fans can be happy about the Cubs winning. But you look at the schedule here, okay? This is it. It's now or never time.
Yep.
You are playing, along with the Mets, who beat you in a series already, when you already played that series, now 4 of the 5 worst teams in baseball. This is no exaggeration. The Giants, Rockies, Angels, and Royals are terrible baseball teams. Absolutely terrible.
Mm-hmm.
The Guardians have to win, in my opinion, to get back in the mix. 9 of these 12 games, they already won the first.
So 8 of the next 11.
8 of the next 11, and maybe more. But they have to win 3/4 of the games against these terrible teams. And even Toronto's not very good. And they're not, I don't want to put them in the same class with those other teams, but they're not playing great either. They have to. Now, yesterday was a good win, and Joe Adell had a big game.
That home run was absurd.
Yeah.
455 feet. It got the full-on hammy reaction.
Yeah.
Which if you
Great
haven't,
call by him.
If you haven't heard it, go listen to the radio call. Tom Hamilton,
Yeah.
the best in the business, called this thing to a T.
Yeah.
It bounced and then hit the scoreboard in left field. Every time he swings, it feels like he's swinging, the term swing for the fences.
Yeah.
He's trying to send the ball into orbit around the moon. Like, that's how hard it feels like Joe Adell swings. And when he connects, he had his second hit of the day at a 105 exit velo.
Yeah.
And his third hit at a 99.8 exit velo. The dude just doesn't always make contact, granted. When he hits the ball, it's absolute rockets. And the home run last night was majestic. It's by far the deepest, furthest, hardest hit home run I can remember the Guards having since. Like, the only one I can remember at Progressive Field was when Aaron Judge did something similar.
Yeah, John
a few years
Kenzie.
ago
I mean, listen, I know people go, well, he's just like John Kenzie or he's just like whoever, but this guy's better than that. Like, and yes, when they acquired him, there's flaws in the game. There's no doubt about it. But he's
like
been a
him.
great addition.
I hope that he's here.
Yeah.
Beyond.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do because he's got 1 year left on his contract until he's a free agent, and it'll be an interesting guy, and especially if we don't know what's going to happen next year. But I love the addition at the time. So far, he's been very good. Nate Lowe's been very good.
Griffin was good yesterday.
Griffin, yeah,
best start as the Guardian.
Each start.
Yeah.
So that's a real positive. Bazana's been ice cold.
We talked about him yesterday.
Got to get him going.
Yeah.
But Kwan's hitting well. Jose had a good game. Now's the time.
For as bad as it is, it's been bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
They're game out of the last wild card spot.
That's it. And look, you cannot have a better 12-game stretch. It's impossible.
Or an easier 12.
Yes, an easier 12-game stretch. These teams all stink. They have no pitching. None. Giants have Logan Webb. Rockies have no pitching. The Angels have, they traded Soriano. They got no pitching. The Royals, Waka's okay, but
Detmer's on LA. He's okay.
Yeah, he's fine. He's all right. But they have, that's it.
You might not face an ace the rest of the month.
No.
A legitimate ace, you may not face a legitimate ace.
Yeah, till Toronto.
For the rest of the month, till Toronto. And
now Logan Webb's a legitimate ace. Is he pitching in the series? I can't remember.
He's not pitching tonight. Tonight's Tugboat.
Yes, that's right. They're facing Tugboat. Who's pitching? We'll get to Tugboat later, but who's pitching tomorrow?
Give me 1 second to grab it.
Yeah, because Webb's a legitimate ace. Even though he's not having an amazing year, he's been a little up and down. I think they miss him. But I don't know. We'll look at see you there. I can't remember their rotation for the Giants for the third game.
By September 1st, they should be in the wild card.
They should be.
They should have the third wild card.
But
I'm not sure I'm going to say this right, but Rope.
Landon Roop. Yeah. So no, they're avoiding Logan Webb, which
is the one we were looking to avoid.
Listen, they could still win this division, and that would be big because the division winner could still be the 2 seed, which means you get a bye. This is still in play. They're 5 games back in a loss column. I'll tell you, I got obviously a good look at the White Sox, and not that it matters that much being in person, but I still don't think the White Sox are that good, and they're only 5 games over 500 in a terrible division. It's not like they're that good. Their starting pitching still is terrible. Their bullpen, they had to bring in Jordan Hicks to close the other day.
Is that the old Cardinals closer?
Yeah. He was terrible, and they have a couple arms in the pen that are decent, and the top of their lineup's good. It's really good, and Murakami's fantastic, but the bottom of their lineup stinks, and they're a flawed team. So listen, they played better than the Guardians, but I could see them going in a tailspin. Hopefully the Cubs will sweep the White Sox today, and I could see them falling out at the end. And the Guardians just got to play. They're not going to play as well as they played last year. That's impossible. They don't need to. But just play 550 baseball the rest of the way, and they'll be fine.
Let me ask you
Maybe
this. You
600.
said you thought they had to win 9 of 12 in this stretch.
Yeah.
That's what you thought they had to. What do you think they actually will win based off the team?
I think they will.
We've seen the last couple weeks.
Listen, they haven't given me reason to believe they could play well enough, so it's kind of a little blind faith here. And I just think these teams are so awful. And I think with Kwan playing well and Ramirez starting to heat up a little bit, even if he's not hitting home runs.
3 hits yesterday.
Yeah, right. I feel like Bazana's in a down, but the rookies are going to be hot and cold. I feel like the bats are going to come together for this last month. I admit I could be wrong. There's not a lot to go on right now, but I'm cautiously optimistic that they could get hot and play really well here in the next few weeks. So I'm going to say yes, they win 9 of 12 against these terrible teams. A lot to ask.
I
But
think 7 or 8.
Okay.
I think they'll win 7 or 8.
I'll go 7
Probably
or 2.
more realistic.
They have to. I'll go 10.